What was that? That was strange. It's 12:12 a.m. That was really strange there. That was just strange. Oh, that's gonna pick up. Anyway, 047. Problem is there is a bug in the game that makes the platform that leads to the lower area to not work. So it's completely useless. I hate that bug. If what to redo Rock Slide Rumble, I have to first beat the game. Or is that just my copy?
As a result,
I got it! Ant-Agony! Because bandicoots eat ants! Oh boy. Honestly, that was fast. I was wondering if anyone would figure that out. Seems like an odd joke, but the developers made it. Wait, was that really a joke? I was just make a dumb joke. No, boy, come on, people. Try to be a little more grammatically correct. Anyway. Well, that's the conclusion I came to in my practice file. What causes an Ant-Agony? It's predator coming in and wrecking their shitxd. I feel a lot more intelligent by making that joke and being relevant than I should. Hi, Afro. Hey, Arthur. How's it going? Good. I have been watching several anime over the summer. And next month I plan to restart Pokemon White 2. Well, let me get my list. So far, I finished watching Cowboy Bebop, Maggie, Kingdom of Magic, the Android Cacadier, the animation, the first season of Tsubasa Chronicles, the first season of Jack Bell, Punchline, Chaos, Head, parentheses, which I saw all of the anime in a day, period, 12 episodes in the parentheses, and by Saturday Hello everybody, and welcome back to another exciting episode of watching other people's videos. Last time we have finished watching the episode, Crash Twinsanity episode 12, Bad. Before we start, where do I start here? Sorry for the little period in which I've taken, but like I've said in my previous video in the comments, I've taken some time to take my homework seriously because I like to take my homework seriously as I am in college. But with that said, I've also been watching more of Roxas's videos, and actually, when I said how opposite we are, I guess in some ways it feels like we're opposite, but in some ways we have some things in common, like respect for the SRB, for example. As said in this Ratchet & Clank 2 Going Commando live stream. Oh, speaking of live stream, well, to a point, yeah. It just brought up something. I am not the best with words. Not speaking of live stream, actually, but that's just one thing. He respects the ESRB, for example, and I like that. I like when people respect the ESRB because, well, they put those ratings there for a reason. Although, interestingly, the only cartoon episode I've ever seen that even discussed the ESRB was the Johnny Test episode rated J for Johnny. It literally is like the only, like one of the few cartoons that I can think of that actually even discusses that or shows the importance of ESRB rating systems. Seriously, it feels like not even the Simpsons have done this, to my knowledge at least, and they've been around, well, for a long time, and they're still going. It wouldn't hurt to talk about it, considering there's, like, gaming consoles have appeared, like Xbox, the Z, a parody of the Wii, and later on just called it the Wii, or is it the other way around? I think it's the first one, Z2 Wii. It's like they stopped making the parody. I mean, when they showed the Z, they used actual sound effects from the Wii. like, you'd have to not know what a Wii is to not even recognize it. But aside from the point, Rated J for Johnny Test episode was actually that was honestly one of the very few shows that even discussed the importance. And funny thing, I think I've heard Roxas say he's not a fan of the show, or at least he basically implied that he isn't a fan of the show after saying something about James Arnold Taylor, the voice of Johnny Test. Also, the current voice of Ratchet in the Ratchet and Clank series, English voice of Ratchet. He also voiced Johnny Test, and he basically saying that he spent a lot, like it took a while for James Arnold Taylor to leave the show. I would believe he may have not have seen that episode, because Johnny Test apparently is not one of the is considered apparently what I've seen to be one of the worst Cartoon Network shows. I mean, granted, it's not exactly like it's the super stellar show. I've seen many of its episodes, in fact, almost all of them. It had some good ones, some not so good ones. Usually they didn't, well, to me at least, because I tend to not have, like, a big reaction unless I'm seeing something for the first time, and when I'm seeing reruns, it's like, But aside from that point, we have a few more things in common than I first said in the previous video. Also, I'm using now for this video for my microphone something that has a USB 2.0 port that can connect into my computer. Also using also without some other mini adapters so that that can plug into the computer, because what the device is basically is a mini port hub, 2 USB 3.0 ports, SD card port, TF card port, HDMI port, USB 2.0 port, and a USB Type-C port, all leading out to a USB Type-C plug, which I use the USB 3.0 USB Type-C to 3.0 adapter to fit into my computer. Also, I tried putting a USB Type-C, also have a USB 3.0 to USB Type-C. I tried to use that for my Elgato. It apparently didn't recognize it. Guess that's kind of, I think, what I remember hearing from a representative of the Elgato technical support. Actually, yeah, I do remember that it might not work precisely as planned unless it's an exact Elgato 3.0, unless it's a USB 3.0 port. Beside the fact, I just want to get back to my things, and let's resume Crash Twinsanity episode 13, Ant-Agonizing the Enemy. Also, yeah, I've seen his I'm in a Slump video. I hope he feels better. Also, kinda wish he, to an extent, does upload his other Transformers, PlayStation 2 for the, Transformers game for the PlayStation 2 from 2004. He's done it before. The reason he stated that he won't, because he already did a newer version later on. Originally, his first one was apparently a Game Anyone exclusive, but now he's due to Game Anyone making some, changes, I think. I don't remember particularly, but long story short, he's got until sometime in October, I believe, to, reacquire his videos, and now he's posting them back onto YouTube, although at the moment they seem to be unavailable. Let me show you for a moment. Also, yeah.
Hello.
Not that. You like this. That's what I'm talking about. They're unavailable, and when I would try to, access, let's say, for this one, unavailable. I Don't know why they are unavailable. Is he experiencing issues? I mean, he's not feeling well. He stated that, but seems like the only one is Octodad and Ape Escape Big Mission. Although well, he did say he wasn't continuing live streams until he feels better, so there's that. But with that stated, let's continue with Crash Twinsanity episode 13, Ant-Agonizing the Enemy. And before I forget, you see this? Not that. That's me charging. Yeah, you see this? Well, how's this relevant to what we're going to? Well, it's gonna be a bit more than you think, actually. So with that stated, 720p60, that's what I'm going with. Let's continue with this, and hopefully I don't keep OCD like repeating, because I'm sure you don't want to go with OCD repeating. You want to see a video. Jeez. I wonder how. I mean, this is kind of like a reaction video, but it's at the same time kind of deviates from a normal reaction video where the reaction's pretty much the main source. But whatever. Blah blah blah. Anyway, let's continue.
Victor and Moritz's stronghold of evil. This is where we wrong the rights and sweep the past under the rug.
Wrong the rights. What a villain like Cortex would say.
Can't we just vacuum it up? Yeah, that's right.
And there they go, walking into it in the same animation.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're here. Hello, everyone. This is Roxas1359. Welcome to the not finale of Crash Twinsanity. Last time, we went through Bandicoot Pursuit, trying to help out Cortex to make sure he didn't get himself killed while running from evil Crash, getting ourselves all the gems around in the area, and getting to the final stage of the game. Now, you might be questioning, what's this vortex right here? It looks like the title screen. Well, if you jump through it, you will end up back at the Iceberg Lab. As a result, this can have you come back and do Rock Slide Rumble. Like I said, it's a little bit of a pain in the butt to go back to do Rock Slide Rumble. But let's go back through this way.
Yeah, that was a weird animation. You were kind of stuck there for a moment.
And let's go into the final stage of the game. Ladies and gentlemen, we're heading into Ant-Agony.
How clever. Yeah, I get it.
I'm sure you get it.
I get it.
What is Ant-Agony's thing? We have to use the Energon spheres to activate the machinery.
Oh boy, Energon spheres. Oh, I'm gonna explain this at the end of the video.
I'm kind of surprised that they were allowed to use Energon. I would have thought that Hasbro would have trademarked that.
Oh, I'll explain at the end of the video what I'm implying.
Name, or trademarked that name, seems how that's a mainstay in the Transformers universe, but whatever. So, what we're gonna have to deal with are
It's gonna be a little more than just Transformers. I mean, you'll see what I mean at the end of this video.
disappearing platforms that are all around the place, and ants throwing bombs at us, like ants. Switches to activate more of these disappearing platforms, which isn't too bad. It's only a pain once you set in the gems. We also have these flying ants, which are easy to take care of.
Take that!
But we can go and get our gems. These are the last of the gems in the game, ladies and gentlemen, so make sure you grab them. First off, we have our green gem on this machinery right back here. Now, what do I think of Ant-Agony for our last level? It's definitely a challenging one, but it's not impossible. It's definitely not impossible. So, let's put this Energon sphere where it needs to go. And open up the doors. I'm gonna wait for you to move over. Then I can go boom! Oh, you didn't die.
Huh? Let's see that again.
Then I can go boom! Oh, you didn't die.
How is it more deadlier for Crash than the ants?
You were supposed to die! Alright, so more of these big
Well, they are wearing armor, apparently.
areas that we got to deal with. You got drillers. That's not good. Stop trying to ram me. There we go. That deals with all that. So let's open up the way. Seems that they were taking those crates they were taking was just for their base. Huh. Seems like kind of a waste. Don't know how they move the mic. That's not good. These crates. Huh. Seems like kind of a waste. Don't know how they move the nitro boxes without exploding, but hey.
They must have nitro gloves.
Pretty much what I take for how they populated their base with all these crates. Because if you remember, when we were in Cavern Catastrophe, the ants were bringing in... Basically, they were taking everything that was on the floor. That includes the boxes.
I think just the boxes, maybe.
One thing to actually note, this room right here and these little lava corridors have a cut sound of just lava flowing. And I don't know why it was cut. It would have been kind of cool just to put it as an ambient little sound. I'm not going to put it in, obviously, because it's a little bit, it's not necessary. But
It would have been kind of cool. I mean, I guess they didn't like the particular lava sound.
But it's a cool thing, just like that floating box was right there. Floating box. It's not necessary. But it's a cool thing, just like that floating box was right there. I mean, floating box. How about that? Floating box.
Yay!
Alright, so we got more of these platforms.
Floating box!
Which can be kind of annoying.
Floating box!
But there, these platforms, which can be kind of annoying, honestly. But there we go. They're easy to get through, nonetheless, until we get to a certain point, which I'm gonna end up just basically dying. All right.
Gonna end up what?
I'm gonna end up just basically dying.
Huh.
All right.
Kaboom! Your body just went sploosh. Oh boy, I'm just getting myself more comfortable. Drop my blanket.
That was my fault. That's like walking into a parked car, if I do say so myself. A floating box. Yeah, that box is always gonna float for some odd reason. I don't know why it does that. Now, this is gonna be kind of a short episode.
The story doesn't take itself seriously, apparently. Who would have thunk it?
And I mean really short, because I want the final boss to be its own part. So, now, this is going to be kind of a short episode, and I mean really short, because I want the final boss to be its own part. So, if push comes to shove, I may just put this in...
Sorry.
I mean really short, because I want the final boss to be its own part. So, if push comes to shove, I may just put this inside of the last episode, and you'll get just a beefer. Pretty big beefer. Alright, and...
Beefer.
Go that way, go down here. We're going to go on to the other side to grab that red gem in a second. I just want this life. Because I totally don't have enough. Honestly, this really shows how it is for me, how I am at this game. Because while it's easy to build up lives, it shows that I'm able to keep quite a bit of them, as opposed to crash one. Alright, now you need to fly down, because if I hit you in the air, you're going to kill me. Jump down over this way. No, you dick. Alright, I'm not gonna deal with you. Not gonna deal with you.
Move.
Not gonna deal with you.
Moving and running away.
So now we have timed platforms.
Wah, wah.
And we gotta get
Timing, you have none.
So I'm terrible at timing. So the pattern it goes in is red, green, blue, yellow. Green to our blue gem. Whoop.
I cannot fly!
And I died.
Did you really think that would work? Did you really think that would work? That's not correct.
Man, I am dying way too many times.
Unless you meant to do that on purpose. You can say that again.
I'm hesitating. I'm hesitating for some odd reason. I don't know why. Right? Go through. through.
I think I remember laughing so hard at this particular point. Because I'm laughing now, it's keeping my laughing refreshed.
Alright, so we're going to have to be dealing with those platforms a lot within this stage, so get used to them. And ooh, look at all the ants. Die. 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 I want the Zuka Uka master. Zuka Uka Aku Aku. Alright, so that takes care of them. So, hit the switch. And it activates these platforms. So, go across them. And nope, nothing on this side. So, don't hit those because we need to get our sphere to the other side, our energon sphere. Oh, that's... Ooh, that was close.
Nice one.
Alright, so let's go through and boom. Not bad. Now let's get back some of those lives I lost. So, 46.
Timing, you have none.
And at this point, we are now halfway through the final level of the game, ladies and gentlemen. There's no way that this is going to be as long as Classroom Chaos. I know that for a fact, because I'm doing way too well on this stage right now. And watch this, it suddenly goes
Doubt yourself too much you are.
down
I don't think that was correct, but whatever.
really fast.
Doubt yourself too much you are. Doubting yourself too much you are. Okay. Yeah, that's fair. Da-da-da.
I got his cross right there. Oh, more timing platforms. Here's our blocker.
Da-da-da. Da-da-da.
I love the sound rhythm that these platforms go on. But there we go. Deal with that. Now we gotta deal with flying ants again.
Take that. Hiya. Oh. Oh.
Now,
Take that.
fine. Have it your way. I want to deal with you. Nick. Fine. Have it your way. I want to deal with you. Oh, wow. He got both hits on me. That. Touché, Mr. Ant. Touché.
Swish right into a pit.
But it does not matter. I have 45 lives. He only lived once. Ah. That's ridiculous.
Doing the Edna Krabappel laugh, I see.
And adorable. But let's go through and this time actually lived. The ant that lived! Okay, I barely made that. I don't remember that jump being so tight. Guess not. Not going for it, not worth it. Right, going through. At least those
I was gonna say something else, but I thought it was good enough.
little laser beams aren't guess not. Not going for it, not worth it. Right, going through. At least those little laser beams aren't instant death. That I hate it if those were instant death. But what is annoying is what we're going to be dealing with right.
Instant death explosions are instant death. Even though they aren't labeled as instant death, their explosions are just instant death in this game.
Over here.
From TNT crates, that is.
Lots and lots of these we're going to be dealing with right over here. Those were instant death. But what is annoying is what we're going to be dealing with right over here. Lots and lots of these platforms. Alright. There we go, that's one.
Ha-ha! Da-da!
Oh, I fell. And every time I fall,
Just missed it.
I need to reset it. Whoa.
I tried to... If you chase two rabbits, they both run away. I learned that from Kid Icarus Uprising. Or at least I heard that from Kid Icarus Uprising.
Yeesh. I said
Wouldn't say I learned so much as I heard. But it's a nice metaphor, to say the least. Ha-ha.
I'm corrected. Maybe this will take its own part because of how I'm playing. Let's go with the middle first.
What were you saying earlier?
One. And every time I fall, I need to reset it. Whoa. Yeesh. I stand corrected. Maybe this will take its own part because of how I'm playing. Let's go with the middle first.
I don't recall you saying... You were saying you were unsure earlier.
Okay, what's the order that goes in? Alright, from the middle, we will go this way, so...
Not again!
Okay, maybe we won't. I know my order that I'm gonna go. Okay, I was about to say, if you kill me.
Aku Aku is there to protect you.
So what we'll do is we will go this way. So
Dun, 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 dun,
1,
dun, dun,
2,
dun,
3,
dun, dun.
4. Now we will go this way. So 1, 2, 3.
No!
Okay, I touched him and he dropped.
Can't touch it! No, 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 no. Dun, 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 dun. Can't touch this!
I got killed. Okay, touch damage. Touch damage is a thing. Okay, I think the order I'm supposed to go in is, like, counterclockwise. Which would actually make sense, which is why I've been making this harder than it used to be.
Counterclockwise?
Which is why counterclockwise. Which would actually make sense, which is why the order I'm supposed to go in is, like, counterclockwise. Which touch damage is a thing. Okay, I think the order I'm supposed to go in is, like,
What?
counterclockwise. Okay, I think the order I'm supposed to go in is, like, counterclockwise. Which would actually make sense, which is why I've been making this harder than it used to be. 2, 3, 4. Great. 2, 3, 4. It is counterclockwise. Huh.
Well, you've been trying a little bit of everything.
I've not ever noticed that.
You've been kind of doing a little bit of everything earlier.
How do I get into the middle?
A little bit of everything earlier. Da-da. 61 through plus 5 equals 66. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me 5 times, I'm an idiot. You could have, it kind of would have been kind of funnier if you did it individually, I'm just saying. Because you had some pretty good one-liners.
No!
But I guess you wanted,
Until I do this right.
but I'm guessing you wanted to try something a little more, different this time, so, hey, I don't blame you. Okay then. Secret Agent Crash. Jumping through high-tech security, getting hurt, but yet still doing good. Still doing good. Still doing good. Oh yeah! Hi! Yama nama nama na! Mama nama na! Mama nama na! Yeah! Ooh! 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 Oh! 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 Yeah! Oh! Yeah! 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 Oh! Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Get one more 60% of the time every time in before the project was over.
Oh yeah!
Works all the time, 60% of the time.
Feeling
What we need to
good.
do is we need to take this right here, if it moves. Okay, there we go. I was wondering why it didn't move.
Huh, I don't know.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna launch
Glitch maybe?
this thing.
Glitch maybe.
May.
Do-ba-do.
No!
Wah wah tip. Send the ball flying, not yourself. You have good one-liners. Seriously, they're good one-liners.
That was my fault. What we need to do is we need to launch one of the bombs over down there so we can blow up the crate. Glitch here. There we go.
Well, that got moving.
There we go. That fixed it. Then what we need to do is we need to spin this right there
Oh yeah.
and get ourselves the yellow gem. Last yellow gem of the game. So, how many do we have left? We only need 2 more gems, and we have every...
Not that. I was clicking on this up thing. Okay, then, last gem of everything in the... last every colored gem in the game, essentially.
Every gem in Crash Twinsanity. So, how many do we have left? We only need 2 more gems, and we have every gem in Crash Twinsanity. Oh boy, I love it when we're almost done with collecting things. It's always great. The even better part is the last...
It gives you a sense of accomplishment.
2 gems, aren't it? Was great. The even better... Love it when we're almost done with collecting things. It's always great. The even better part is the last 2 gems, aren't as bad, really. As opposed to, say, Crash 1 with perfect power and filming in the dark. But, let's Uka mask. I always did that as a child, too. I always called Uka and Aku by their opposite names.
Well, they are both mystical wooden masks, so, yeah.
Like some really big idiot. Except what we need to do right now is we need to kill a...
Oh, I wouldn't say really big idiot. I am just saying you might, how do I say... Sometimes it can happen to anyone. Sometimes people of Mario and Sonic may confuse rings and coins for a while. Maybe.
Bunch of the...
Even though it can kind of annoy people after a while.
Ants. Because they are blocking a switch. Luckily, they will come towards us. Now, you don't need to kill all of them because sometimes the ants will glitch out on this platform. So there was a failsafe that was put in to where after a while the switch will end up becoming active for people. Okay, so let's do that.
Fail-safes to the rescue! To the rescue!
Yep.
To the rescue!
Not yet. Get one.
If only Crash had a lightsaber. Shame, really.
Come on. Where are all the ants? Okay, there we go. The switch is active. Now I can kill the remaining ants. Grab myself. I don't need a triple. I don't need a triple one.
Oh, come on, we want to see Crash with... Come on, we want to see Crash with his mask, with the mask on some more. Why not? Aw.
I don't need a triple. I don't need a triple one.
Triple-decker cheeseburger with everything on it.
What I do need is to hit the switch. And there you go. So, now we can move on. So, shall we? I hope that the 60 frames per second makes those platforms visible, because one thing I've noticed in a lot of LPs of Twinsanity is that these platforms end up flickering out of existence as opposed to, say, just normally disappearing. And as a result, due to it being 60 frame per second game, it's similar to
Wah, wah.
how
You forgot something.
it's similar to how old Sonic games ended up handling it, in which the 60 frames per second is necessary in order to see things such as shields. Right?
Well, that didn't seem to react there.
And what we need to do is now we're going to get ourselves the last clear gem of the game. So, get that platform out so we can come up over this way.
Well, I'm also running at 60 frames per second. And in fact, I'm running at the same 720p 60 as you are, so if you're ever watching this, you might see something.
And here's our last clear gem. So the last gem of the game we're going to be...
Assuming that recording on a recording doesn't change anything. I have a feeling it might make some changes, but I don't know what. I would like someone to tell me if it does make any changes, and if so, what might they be?
Getting is going to... And here's our last clear gem. So the last gem of the game we're going to be getting is going to be the purple gem, which is inside this room in itself. Looks like I might be making this its own part as well, because purple gem, which is inside this room in itself. Looks like I might be making this its own part as well, because, I did kind of screw up. Although
Making what?
gem, which is inside this room in itself. Looks like I might be making this its own part as well, because, you know, I did kind of screw up. Although I did sort of jinx it on purpose, because I don't like making too short of episodes, even for finales, but that's kind of what I'm doing for the Crash series, so... Oh well. Alright, you disappear. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Now, I don't know if those platforms will come back. Okay, they do come back. I never paid attention to if they came back or not. Alright. Go across. Follow this thing.
They don't seem to be disappearing.
Alright.
Too soon, at least.
We got bomb throwers. Great, we got bomb throwers. Alright. Ah, great, we got bomb throwers. Stop that.
Okay.
There we go. That deals with them. And just more explosions. Right, Roxas, remember. It goes red, green, blue, yellow. Now it's red, blue. Stupid Roxas.
Red, blue, Sonic and Knuckles, or should I say Knuckles and Sonic? Chronological color order.
You've never played.
And by chronological color order, I mean I said red, so that's Knuckles is red, and blue, Sonic is blue. So they're chronological.
This level before, despite the fact that you clearly did it
Chronological in how I said it. Or in how originally Roxas1359 said it.
It's like you've never played this level before. Red, blue. Stupid Roxas. Blue, yellow. Now it's red, blue. Stupid Roxas. Red, green, blue, yellow.
Ah, boy.
Now it's red, blue. Right, Roxas, remember. It goes red, green, blue, yellow. Now it's red, blue. Stupid Roxas. It's like you've never played this level before, despite the fact that you clearly did a practice file on this and beat this level and got 100%. Oh well. So, let's get to the end down here. Now, you can't actually jump to right there, but it's very tough. But, actually... So, let's get to the end down here. Now, you can't actually jump to right there, but...
Crash always gets back on his feet.
It's very tight.
After landing on his back.
And not really necessary. But it's very tight and not really necessary. Although if I could skip...
Not really necessary from that vantage point anyway.
It would be nice. Necessary. Although if I could skip this, it would be nice. Right. And there's the last purple gem.
Ow. Ow, ow, ow. Skip the boxes, Roxas. He skipped to the boxes, but he got extra crispy. My favorite. Tack in the Power Juju. Oh, you making it? Wait a minute. You didn't play Tack in the Power Juju until later. Well, did he play when he was much younger? I forget. He did make a playthrough on his channel, actually. Anyway, GameCube version he mentioned. Anyway, extra crispy. My favorite. My favorite. Okay, then.
I ran into fire.
Wah.
Roxas ran into fire. Oh, that was close.
Almost ran into a laser as well.
Now, I've died way too many times in this stage, but at this point, I kind of am in my mood of don't care and the game woot!
The what type?
The woo type? No, the woo type?
It says the room type. Nice face, Crash.
Alright, and there we go.
Take that.
You kind of didn't do anything. So bad.
Kinda just stood there.
Alright, and...
Kinda was a static model, now that you think about it. The ant was kind of a static model for the moment.
There we go.
For the moment.
You kind of didn't do anything. So bad. But, let's let's hit this out. And go across to grab ourselves our last gem of the game. So, jump up here. And here it is, folks. The last gem,
Yay!
purple gem. We now have
Yay!
all gems within the game. Gem. Here it is, folks. The last
Yay!
gem, the purple gem. We now have all... The last gem,
Yay!
the purple gem. We now have all gems within the game on...
I was saying yay like that because I wanted to time it right.
Insanity Isle. Jungle Bunk gems within the game on Insanity Isle. Jungle Bungle. Cavern Catastrophe. Totem Hokum. Iceberg Lab. Ice Climb. Slip Slide Icecapades. Icy Hijinks. Academy of Evil. Boiler Room Doom. Classroom Chaos. Rooftop Rampage. Ant-Agony. Bandicoot Pursuit.
Saying in reverse order now.
Slide Rumble. And Twinsanity Island. There we go. We have unlocked every single one of the concept arts and unlockables that are available to us. Not all of them that exist.
Wah wah.
I totally celebrated by killing myself. Wouldn't you celebrate by
Celebratory suicide. Not recommended.
killing yourself?
Especially when it's unnecessary.
No?
When suicide is kind of, in a sense, pretty much unnecessary in pretty much almost all cases, except a brave sacrifice maybe, but still don't go throwing your life around unnecessarily, especially suicidal ways. Don't do that. Don't do that. No suicide. No.
Well, that's because you're a smart and sensible person. Not like this Roxas person here. Celebrate by killing yourself? No? Well, that's because you're a smart and sensible person. Not like this Roxas person here. Oh, no. No, this Roxas person here has a death wish. That's why he's platforming on fun little platforms. Right? So let's keep going across, as this is the end of Ant-Agony. And once we get past this, we will actually be done with the game's main levels. I still can't believe how fast it's going. Right? With the game's main levels. Past this, Agony. And once we get past this,
What?
we will... Right? So let's keep going across, as this is the end of Ant-Agony. And once we get past this... And once we get past... This is the end... Keep going across, as this is the end... Keep going... Right? So let's keep going across, as this is the end of Ant-Agony. And once we get past this, we will actually be done with the game's main levels. I still can't believe how fast it's going. Right? I love the music too. I haven't commented enough this episode about the music, but the music for this stage in particular is really good for the stage.
Maybe it could use something more here, I feel. It's good, but I think it could use something more here. I don't know what exactly.
And there we go. That's the last of the main platforming challenges, and I like to assume that Victor and Mort grabbed a crystal on their own, so...
After all, the crystals, of course, are now story-wise are now becoming story-wise pretty much just things that are there, literally, because they aren't doing any more of the story, really.
No?
I've said that before, but still, okay then.
Let us put that in there to open the door. And... Oh, whoops.
Gotta get through that.
I'm one door ahead of where I'm thinking of. I always forget about one door, this room in particular, for some odd reason. So, this is the last main room of the game.
Ha ha!
I got hit there, but I...
You didn't, actually.
Main room of the game. So, this is the last main room
I don't think you've gotten hit, I think you just jumped.
of the game. I got hit there, but I... I will gladly take that. So, this is particular for some odd reason. So, this is the last main room of the
You jumped, you didn't get hit.
game. I got hit there, but I...
Clearing my nose for a moment.
I will gladly take that. Can I do that during the final boss? That'd be great. Final boss? I will gladly take that. I got hit there, but I... I will gladly take that. Can I do that during the final boss? That'd be great. But, oh well. So, let's get our Energon spheres. I will gladly take that. Can I do that during the final boss? That'd be great. But
The final boss be great. The subtitles say that. Well, you said something else. I clearly heard it, but I'm just being funny.
so, let's get our... I will gladly take that.
Sorry, it was a cough there.
Can I... Main room of the game. I got hit there, but I... I will gladly take that. Can I do that during the final boss? That'd be great. Can I do that during the final boss? That'd be great. But, oh well. So, let's get our Energon spheres.
Trying to roll on it, apparently. Trying to roll on it like a circus actor. Like a circus performer, I should say. Alright, let's do the T-pose. It looks like Crash wants to play football for some reason with his hands.
There we go. Slide them across. That's one of them. Now we're going to need to get rid of all these, so... Boom.
Alright, one boom.
Boom.
2 and 3. They're still standing
And
there.
just wondering what the hell is going on here. Alright, so let's probably just... And he's probably just wondering what the hell is going on here.
You knocked them away.
So let's get this sphere to where it needs to go.
I think I remember something here.
And there we go.
Or was that another playthrough from someone else? Maybe it was Capitalist. Another YouTuber I looked at. In his Ratchet and Clank playthrough, which he yet, I think at the moment, I don't know, still has to finish uploading his bonus part. He did it for his Ratchet and Clank 2 Going Commando playthrough for the bonus part. Interesting.
That deals with that, so...
Yeah!
And there we go. That deals with that, so... Put that Energon sphere in there. And now we're done with Ant-Agony, because now it's just going to be a straight hallway. But first...
Cleverly
something else we forgot.
disguised loading screens, apparently. I think that's what Capitalist said in his Crash Twinsanity playthrough.
Sphere in there. And now we're done. Put that Energon sphere in there. And now we're done with Ant-Agony, because now it's just going to be a straight hallway. But first, sphere in there. And now we're done with that, so put that Energon sphere in there. And now we're done with Ant-Agony, because now it's just going to be a straight hallway. Because now it's just going to be a straight hallway. But first...
Sorry.
Because now it's just going to be a straight hallway. But first... There's something else we forgot.
You stopping for a moment?
I almost forgot.
Hmm.
Oh my, I almost forgot. The treasure. Our treasure.
Yes, we are rich.
That treasure is stolen property.
It's a little late to develop a conscience, Doctor.
Personally, I don't care. But I think he might want his gems.
A certain purple dragon from that was developed by Insomniac Games.
Back.
was a reference to Spyro A Hero's Tale, seeing as these are all his gems. Now, there's one thing I need to talk about before...
Why A Hero's Tale? I mean, I never have seen the game. I think I may have seen a trailer or something, but that was a trailer from, like, another game or so. Like, maybe it was a tech, or... I don't know.
End up ending up the part and getting to the final boss. And he says these are all...
I know I haven't seen it on TV... on the trailer on TV. I know I haven't seen the trailer on TV. I think I've seen the trailer. Sorry, blowing my nose. On another game, actually. Yeah, I believe so. A game. Sorry, blowing my nose.
His gems. Now, he says these are all his gems. Now, there's one thing I need to
and coins. Sorry, I hit the microphone for a moment. Sorry, I was trying to scratch myself.
Talk about before we end up ending up his gems. Now, there's one thing he says these are all his gems. Now, there's one thing I need to talk about before we end up ending up the part and getting to the final boss, and that is actually another cut character. Talk about before we end up ending up the part and getting to the final boss, and that is actually another cut character from the game. The character known as N-Trance from the Game Boy Advance Crash Bandicoot game, Crash Bandicoot 2 and Trance, was originally supposed to appear inside this game. However, when he got to the 10th dimension, he was supposed to have his head eaten by evil Crash, according to Fake Nina in interviews. He was scrapped early on because it was deemed a little bit too gross for that, and according to Fake Nina in interviews. He was scrapped early on because it was deemed a little bit too gross for that, and I mean, for those of you who don't know what N-Trance looked like, I'll put a picture of him on screen right now. He's like an egg for that, and I mean, for those of you who don't know what N-Trance looked like, I'll put a picture of him on screen.
N-translated. Egg, you put one on screen.
Right now. He's like an egg, so they were trying to make a hard-boiled egg joke, but I agree with Fake Nina, that would have been a little bit too gross. But let's get to the end, shall we? So it's just a straight hallway, and then we're at the final boss.
The doors are... I was going to say in reverse order, but maybe not, now that I think about it. Let's see another door. Not in reverse. They just apparently feel like they are. They apparently feel like they are in reverse after a while.
So they were trying to make a hard-boiled egg joke, but I agree with Fake Nina that like an egg. So they were trying to make a hard-boiled egg joke, but I agree with. He's like an egg. So they were trying to make a hard-boiled egg joke, but I agree with Fake Nina that would have been a little bit too gross. But I agree with Fake Nina that would have been a little bit too gross. But let's get to the end, shall we? So it's just a straight hallway, and then we're at the final boss. Here's the last checkpoint of the game.
A long hallway.
Right here. One last autosave box as well.
Long hallway.
So keep going.
A long
hallway.
hallway.
So keep going. I wonder what these little orbs are for.
Yeah.
And there it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Purple ones.
As the door loads.
That was weird. Invisible wall stops you in your tracks and makes you fall back on your back, and you have to get up. Ha!
Nice. So, here's the last crate. But, anyway, guys, I'm going to end it off right here. This has been Roxas1359. Next time, when we're tackling Victor and Moritz and finishing up Crash Twinsanity. See you guys. Finishing up Crash Twinsanity. See you guys. Victor and 1359. Next time, when we're tackling Victor and Moritz and finishing up Crash Twinsanity. See you guys. Victor and Moritz. When we're tackling. Next time, when we're tackling here. This has been Roxas1359. Next time, when we're tackling Victor and Moritz and finishing up Crash Twinsanity. Victor and Moritz and finishing up Crash Twinsanity.
Sorry.
Victor and Moritz and finishing up Crash Twinsanity. See you guys next time.
Alright. Now, before I keep doing OCDing... Okay then, before OCD out again, let's see the things. Roxas1359, how Nina escaped. Roxas1359, how Nina escaped. 852, that platform puzzle is what kept me from being able to finish the game. I could not do that thing to save my life, and then I ran out of lives continuously and gave up after a while trying.
Not all of them that exist.
You could have also pointed out his, hello, everybody, back again. Sorry for the cutoff last time, it's just that apparently my HDMI cable cut off, and because of such, it was getting late, so I decided to do this now, in the morning. Anyway, I'm gonna start with rereading the comments again, because I'm just glad I got the majority of the video down. Didn't want to have to, do the whole thing again. You could probably sympathize there. I don't want to keep doing the exact same thing again unless you get something out of it. But then again, I'm not exactly a fan of the play this amount of time and you'll get something prize. Anyway, Roxas1359, how Nina escaped. 1852, that platform puzzle right there is what kept me from being able to finish this game. I could not do that thing to save my life, and then I ran out of lives continuously and gave up after a while of trying. If you hear anything in the background, by the way, that's a neighbor mowing.
Not all of them that exist.
Should have also missed the life count there. Just saying. 47. Problem is there is a bug in this game that makes a platform that leads to the lower area to not work. So it's completely useless. I hate that bug. If I want to redo Rock Slide on Rumble, I have to first beat the game. Or is that just my copy? I wouldn't know. I honestly wouldn't know. In all honesty, the only time I've ever played this game was at a hospital on the PS2 version. And even then, it was fun, it's just I wish I could have played more. Oh well. Let me refresh this page.
Classroom.
Octodad!
As a result, this can have you come back and do Rock Slide Rumble. Like I said, it's a little bit of a pain in the butt to go back to do Rock Slide Rumble. But let's go back through this way.
Yep, still stuck for a moment there. You see going through and then all of a sudden it's like you're just stuck there. I got it! Ant-Agony! It's because bandicoots eat ants! And also a pun on the word Ant-Agony. I've seen it on Wikipedia before, it's combining two words to make something, I forget what. I know there's a word for it. Anyway, honestly, that was fast. I was wondering if anyone would ever figure that out. Seems like an odd joke, but the developers made it. Wait, was that really the joke? I was just making a dumb joke. Or I was just making a dumb joke. Seriously, some people, I get it's not college, but you don't have to be grammatically correct all the time, but still it would help, so they would understand you better. It'd be more clear, so stuff, anyway. Well, that's the conclusion I came to in my I was almost going to say precious, in my practice file. What causes an ant agony? Its predator coming in and wrecking their shit. Period XD. I feel a lot more intelligent by making that joke and being relevant than I should. And it being relevant than I should. Hi, Afro. Hey, Arthur. How's it going? Good. I have been watching several anime over the summer. And next month, I plan to restart Pokemon White 2. That sounds pretty good. Good. What have you been watching? Well, let me get to my list. So far, I finished watching Cowboy Bebop, Cowboy Bebop, Maggie, Kingdom of Magic, Android Kakeider, Kikiider, the animation, the first season of Teshabasa Chronicles, the first session of Teshabasa Chronicles, the first session of Zack Bell, Punchline, Chaos Head, parentheses, which I saw all of the anime in a day, period of 12 episodes, end of parentheses, and by Saturday I have finished 12 episodes, and by Saturday I have finished watching Fate, Unlimited Blade Works, Plastic Memories, and Robotics Notes. You asked. Yay for my summer of anime too! And I still have a few more anime on my list of... sorry, I'm looking at something else. And I have a few more anime on my list to watch, and I am continually adding to it.
Geez, you've been busy lately. Well, it helps when you sadly have no summer job. I need more money.
I'm being funny now, by the way.
Just gotta keep applying, man. Got to go to stores and bother them about if they are hiring, and it yields results eventually. Well, I have not really been trying, like at all. I am lazy. This guy. Enjoy the free time while you have it. Trust me, if you get less of it while you work. Yes, you get less time while you work. Shocker! While we are talking about cut stuff, I think there was also a cut level where you control Coco in cyberspace. I think it was to be similar to what Bentley did in Slide 1. I almost said Slide 2. Hi, Spyro cameo! Maybe this is where Spyro gets those missing 200 gems that Moneybags took in Enter the Dragonfly. After having his gems stolen from the evil twins, Moneybags becomes a merchant. I think it was for the better. I actually like Moneybags the merchant in A Hero's Tale. Maybe. Missing several deaths on the counter, Roxas. This one? Never mind.
Counting until I...
Because he already counted it. Like, and no, wait, death at 1503 and 1854. 1852. Yeah, someone already pointed that out. Okay. Adding them to the bonus part, even with all the edits, this was not your project when it came to with the death counter. It's hard to keep track, honestly. What's with the quality? It's not done fully encoding. Give it 20 to 30 minutes and I'll show the other qualities and it'll show the other qualities and the 60 frames per second option. Thanks. Singing red, green, blue, yellow repeats. I hope after 2 years now, you stop saying things that everybody knows. Let's see that again. Let's see the color pattern.
Per second is necessary in order to see things such as shields. Such as, old Sonic games ended up handling it. In which
Green.
60 frames per second is necessary in order.
Red, green, blue, yellow. Okay then. Now, I'm not only as you might have known from once I'm finished with the edits, I was initially going to, it's like this. I was initially going to, this is at the part where I got kind of annoyed. At first I thought I lost the whole thing. I was kind of upset about that. Because, as you might know, no one likes to do things again unless you get something else for doing it again, because it's kind of annoying. Anyway, onto the Energon thing. As you might have known earlier in the video, were called Energon orbs. In fact, I'll show you so.
It would have been kind of cool just to put it as an tower to tower. Let's put agony for our last challenge. Let's put this Energon. Not impossible.
One of the
machinery. What is Ant-Agonizing? We have to use the Energon spheres to activate the machinery. I'm kind of surprised that they were allowed to use Energon. I would have thought that Hasbro would have trademarks.
And there we go.
Or trademarks of that name, seeing how that's a mainstay in the Transformers universe, but whatever. So, what we're going to have to deal with are...
As you might have known, the Energon thing. Anyway, let's start with this. It all started, I didn't exactly, start searching for it outright. It kind of started like this. It started with me curious on wanting to know what the Beast Wars Transformer video game, PlayStation and such, were about. Alright, and then I noticed Hasbro Interactive. I clicked on it, it leads to this. Anyway, let's get to the point. Anyway, I'm just gonna basically read the parts where it's relevant, so to speak. Sale to Infogrames. By the middle of 2000, the dot-com bubble had burst. Hasbro share. By the middle of 2000, the dot-com bubble had burst. Hasbro share price had lost 70% of its value in just over a year, and Hasbro would post a net loss the first time in 2 decades. Two decades. Right then, dot-com bubble. The dot-com bubble, also known as the dot-com boom, the dot-com crash, the tech bubble, the internet bubble, the dot-com collapse, and the information technology bubble. They're a boom? Isn't a boom like something in... I mean, the crash, maybe, certainly, but the boom? I guess it was... I guess, why not? Guess the boom, like expanding bubbles, was a historic economic bubble and a period of excessive speculation that occurred roughly from 1997 to 2001, a period of extreme growth in the usage of adaptation of the internet by businesses and consumers. During this period, many internet-based companies, commonly referred to as dot-coms, were founded, many of which failed. During 2000 through 2002, the bubble collapsed. Some companies, such as Pets.com and Webvan, failed completely to shut down. Others, such as Cisco, whose stock declined by 86%, and Qualcomm, lost a large portion of their market capitalization but survived. And some companies, such as eBay and Amazon.com, later recovered and surpassed their dot-com bubble stock price peaks. Anyway, faced with these difficulties, in January 2001, Hasbro sold 100% of Hasbro Interactive to the French software company Infogrames. In fact, why not? These two links were brought up during the video via opening them in the same manner like this. Infograin. Yeah, muted it for a moment, but this time I caught it. Ha ha. Anyway, let's get back to this. These were open previously, but I hadn't known that the HDMI, let me put it this way, the HDMI cable kind of got a little loose from my port, and apparently, as you've seen, once I'm finished editing, well, merging the videos together, you'll see what I mean. Anyway, in a moment. Well, you'll see what I mean once this video's up, which will be by the time you're hearing this, so, yeah. Anyway, the sale included nearly all of their video game-related rights and properties, the Atari brand, and Hasbro's Game.com division, legendary developer Microprocessor, and over... What's Microprocessor? Whoop. Not that. It's already here. Anyway, Microprocessor, but didn't include the Avalon Hill property. Okay, then. Anyway, that's not the... Is it? Don't think anything particularly relevant to what we're talking about. Anyway, but didn't include the Avalon Hill property. I don't know why there isn't the there, but whatever, period. Hasbro Interactive's sale price was $100 million, beginning $95 million as a 4.5 million common shares of Infogrames and $5 million in cash. I don't know what that means, but hopefully someone will explain it to me. Anyway, under the terms of the sale agreement, well, I don't get exactly what it means, but whatever. I think I have an idea, but I don't know for exactly certain. What I'm saying. Under the terms of the sale agreement, Infogrames gained the rights to develop games on Hasbro properties for a period of 15 years plus an option for an additional 5 years based on performance. Hasbro Interactive became Infogrames Interactive, and after May 2003 was renamed to Atari Interactive Incorporated. Okay, was it this? No, I think the Infogrames. Okay, then. When you see named Atari Interactive Incorporated, a wholly owned subsidiary of Infogrames Entertainment SA (parentheses IESA) end of parentheses. Infogrames (parentheses now itself known as Atari SA), right here. End of parentheses, still maintains ownership of the original Atari properties received through Hasbro, which are kept in their Hasbro Interactive originated placeholder, Atari Interactive Incorporated. Period. Buyback. And here's where it's starting to get more relevant here. On June 9th, 2005, Hasbro bought back the digital gaming rights for their properties from Atari for $65 million. A great deal if you think about it nowadays. Anyway, in the deal, Atari's parent company acquired a 10-year exclusive deal to produce games based on 10 key Hasbro franchises, including Dungeons & Dragons, Monopoly, Scrabble, Game of Life, Battleship, Clue, Yahtzee, Simon, Risk, and Boggle. Hasbro bought back the digital rights to Transformers, My Little Pony, Tonka, Magic the Gathering, Connect 4, Candyland, and Play School. This is where it gets My Little Pony and Transformers and such. 2005. Crash Twinsanity was released in 2004. I could say just right now what you're getting from this. What I'm implying here is that Hasbro at the moment didn't own these rights. However, they bought back the rights, back said rights, a few years later. So basically, let's get to the points here. Hasbro purchased on January Game.com. There it is again. A handheld gaming console. Okay then. Anyway, and here's this similar thing here. We $5 million. Yeah, the same thing. Infogrames Entertainment. One that seems to be the exact same link. From the New York Times. Slight differences. Anyway, purchased from Hasbro Interactive. That's this. Back to there. Anyway, and then 3 years later, sell-offs include, let's get to the relevant portion. In 2003, Infogrames closed down the Atari Hunt. But let's say what Infogrames is. Infogrames, I don't know how to pronounce that, was an international French holding company headquartered in Lyon, France, and the owner of Atari Incorporated. It headquartered in New York City, U.S. Headquartered in New York City, U.S. and Atari Europe. Okay, New York City, United States, and Atari Europe. Okay then. It was founded in 1983 by Bruno Bonnell and Christopher Sappet, using the proceeds from an introductory computer book. Through its subsidiaries, Infogrames produced, published, and distributed interactive games for all major video game consoles and computer game platforms. Does it say anything like at the time? No, just video game consoles in general. Okay then. Anyway, back to the more relevant things. And now is Atari. Is an international French holding company headquartered in Paris, France. Apparently now it moved its headquarters. It was originally called Infogrames Entertainment S.A. IESA. This same Infogrames. Period. Its subsidiaries include Atari London Studio, Atari Interactive, and Atari Incorporated. Because of continuing pressures upon the company and difficulty finding investors, it sought bankruptcy protection under French law in January 2013. Its subsidiaries in the United States have sought Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection there as well. Anyway, all these subsidiaries have since exited bankruptcy and are all going through a vigorous turnaround campaign. I just wanted to sound enthusiastic there. It apparently renamed itself. Going to be changing their corporate name based on in line with the subsidiary reference in line with the use of the name for its subsidiaries. Alright then. Anyway, back to the stuff here. Let's see. Yes. In 2003, Infogrames... Wait, no. Close down the house development studio, period. Anyway, sell-offs. In 2003, Infogrames... Sorry, I'm just looking at something else. Anyway, in 2003, Infogrames closed down the Atari Hunt Valley studio, parentheses, the last microprocessing studio, end of parentheses, and in January 2004, they closed down Legend Entertainment, period. In 2004, Infogrames sold the Civilization franchise to Take-Two Interactive for $22.3 million. Where's the period? Also that year, Infogrames lost the rights to the Unreal franchise Unreal franchise. Apparently it's a video game series. Oh, this sort of thing. And unsurprising, it uses the Unreal Engine. Shocker! No GameCube? Aw, man. There's even one for the Dreamcast. At least I'm assuming that's a Dreamcast. Yep, that's a Dreamcast. I kind of saw here Dream and yeah. Anyway, why? Seriously, no GameCube? That stinks. That's just me, though. Anyway, before I keep going off on irrelevant subjects, when the game's developer Epic Games signed a deal with Midway Games, in June 2005, Infogrames sold back to Hasbro the digital rights to Hasbro properties including Transformers, except in Japan, My Little Pony, and Connect 4. Yes, it's this Hasbro. Transformers, Nerf, Toy Buzzers, and My Little Pony, yep. Okay, Anyway, bought back the digital rights to most Hasbro properties, including Transformers, except in Japan. Even though in the previous one it just says they brought back the digital rights. Slightly inconsistent there when they kind of specify it, except in Japan, end of parentheses, I don't know why, end of parentheses, My Little Pony and Connect 4, but not Dungeons and Dragons for $65 million. Well, it says Dungeons and Dragons, but it doesn't say brought back in necessarily, so I guess that ain't inconsistent. But anyway, yep, basically in the 4-year period, the period where in January 2001 to June 2005, roughly 4 years and a half. Roughly 4.5. I know slightly less half, but whatever. Anyway, there we go. That's probably why this game wasn't particularly criticized. I guess didn't face a lawsuit because it used the word energon, yet it didn't get sued because Hasbro technically didn't own the rights at the moment for Transformers, in sense, because at the moment they didn't own it, and a year later, in relative to this game, they bought back the rights, except in Japan for some reason. But yeah, just think of if they hadn't bought back stuff, we wouldn't be getting Transformers. Why am I... Dough. Oh boy. Let me see. We wouldn't be getting Transformers. My Little Pony wouldn't be there. Don't think My Little Pony Friendship is Magic would make its run. In fact, just for the heck of it. I was going to make a joke that, well, during the making of this video, I was going to say that the movie just premiered just yesterday. I was going to make some sort of joke involving the movie premiering yesterday, but then, well, it went into midnight, so it was technically 2 days ago. This is morning now, so it's still 2 days ago, technically speaking. I was also going to make a joke that of why it's called My Little Pony the Movie 2017 film, when there's when when it literally has the same name as a corresponding 1986 film. Seriously, why not My Little Pony Friendship is Magic the movie? Seriously. It's based on it. That's what I don't get. It's just that I would have named it Friendship is Magic the movie, not My Little Pony the movie. I mean, it's appropriate and all, that's just me, alright? That's just me. So, man. It feels like it just feels kind of redundant. They could put Friendship is Magic the movie, but you get what I mean anyway. Anyway, so, so yeah. And that's that.
Ladies and gentlemen.
But first, now that we are done with the said video, I am going to upload this, merge it with the other two videos. Technically, and by other two, I mean, well, if you heard me, you probably heard that part where I was like, huh, what happened? At the moment, I didn't understand. I thought it may have been the computer for a moment, but then I realized it was just my HDMI cord kind of loosening itself out of the computer accidentally. I guess it was because I kept positioning myself to the point where it's like it kind of loosened itself out. I guess that's my positioning, but next time I'll be more careful about it. Anyway, let's do this again. Boop! Boop! Added to liked videos. And there we go. So yeah, I just wanted to explain that little tidbit right there. Let's do it again. Boop. Boop. Added to liked videos. Again, to liked videos. One more time. 3 times the charm. Okay, I like this. Boop. Added to liked videos. And that's the last time. Okay then, so thank you all for watching. Yeah, it's still the same day. Well, it transitioned now into said same day. I was gonna make a joke since the Milo. I'm just gonna say this right now. The movie set in question released was I was gonna make a joke about October, and now it's October 8th. At the time I first started making the video, it was October 7th. I think you can figure out the rest there. Anyway, so thank you all for watching. See you next time, and yeah, have a nice day, be safe, all that good stuff, bye.